Remember that class you took in school that taught you how to get over a breakup? Right, me neither. Hi, my name is Roy, and I'm a former therapist turned coach. And in my time guiding men, the number one reason men have come to me for help has been to deal with a painful breakup. About 80% of the men who have found me after a breakup. Most men handle breakups by reaching for the bottle, partying really hard, masturbating to self-soothe, hitting the gym with hatred and resentment fueling them, or they self-isolate, ruminating on how they can get her back, or they hook up and just jump into the next relationship. And I get it. Nobody ever taught you how to handle a breakup well. School didn't teach you about it. Your father didn't teach you about it. Your bros and other men in your life didn't teach you how. You had to figure it out all on your own. And so you did the best that you knew how. But unlike most men, you recognize that those things I listed earlier don't help. They do not serve you. In fact, they make things far worse. And this is why I created the Bouncing Back from Breakup Guide, is to help you men find a way to navigate a breakup in a holistic way that 90% of men out there never figure out. This breakup guide is a 4-part teaching that will show you how to turn your breakup into your greatest breakthrough. Here's the thing that nobody ever taught you about breakups. They are an initiation. It is not some random, unfortunate event that you just had to suffer, but it's an initiation that takes you from immature boy psychology to mature manhood. It is what will reveal the unresolved conflicts within your psyche, the unfinished business, and the old beliefs and programs that no longer serve you. Until you become conscious of this and you directly resolve them, you will be doomed to repeat the same patterns in your relationships and the same cycle of breakups. And this is where 90% of the male population is. This guide is designed for the 10% of you who know that there's got to be a better way. This isn't just about blaming women or wallowing in self-pity. And this 4-part teaching is going to equip you with the tools to learn how to turn this breakup into your greatest breakthrough. There are 4 pillars to this guide. Teaching number 1 will illuminate for you the unresolved psychological conflicts within your psyche that repeat in your relationships with women. Much of the turmoil issues here date back to your earliest blueprint for relationships, which was your parents, and especially with your mother. Understanding teaching 1 alone will give you significant clarity and insight into these patterns so that the next time you go into a relationship, you'll be a lot more clear and discerning. Teaching number 2 will help you understand the way your primitive mind has been processing the breakup, why it actually causes more pain, and a simple mental reframe to dissolve the mental and emotional turmoil that you've been experiencing. Teaching number 3 will show you the value of mastering your sexual energy and some simple practices on how to master your sexual energy. The reality is most men have a piss-poor relationship with their body and their sexuality. They're either riddled with shame, anxiety, and guilt, or they're overindulgent hedonists. They have no impulse control. They're just like these leaky faucets. When you understand the teachings and the practices of teaching number 3, you will stand out among the crowd of men who are just looking to women to help them with their sexual issues. And finally, teaching number 4 will give you a blueprint for a new way of relating to women. Zan Perion, a relationship expert and men's dating coach, says that a man who loves women is loved by women. And the unfortunate truth is that a lot of men today do not love women. They love the idea of what a woman can be for them. So they go into it with this taking energy. What can you give me? What can I get from you? And a lot of this is based on those unresolved conflicts that teaching number 1 will illuminate for you. This taking energy is something that women will smell from a mile away. And so when you implement this blueprint in teaching 4, you'll have a significant advantage over the men out there in the dating pool. Teaching number 4 will also show you how to identify your core values so that your values are what guide you in choosing a good woman. And this way, the next time you go into a relationship, you're not just choosing a woman because she tickles your balls well and it's from a place of feeling and emotion. No, you're choosing from a place of wisdom and clarity. And so the women who are not aligned with your values, you have a clear sense of, yep, no, not entertaining that. And the women who are aligned, you said, yes, this is where I will invest my energy and attention. The knowledge, wisdom, and practices in this guide were put together from my own learnings from other teachers, my own failures, heartbreaks with women, and personal insights into the spiritual purpose of a breakup. It was after I did this deep inner work, went on this hero's journey to really confront myself, that I met my now wife, who is beyond anything I could have dreamt of at the time. This is the value and reward of this work. And the hard-won wisdom of this guide is stuff that you will not learn in school. You won't learn from your father, you won't learn from your bros, and many times you won't even learn within therapy. This is why I have decided to make this guide available for free. Normally, I would charge money for such an offer, but because so many men today, young and old, are distracted, depressed, directionless, they've had no one to guide them, I see it as imperative to make some resource available for free so it can be accessible. And with that being said, you now have a decision to make. You could continue to move forward like 90% of men do after a heartbreak, which is victimhood, blaming women, living in ignorance and unconsciousness. Or you can decide to be the 10% of men who decide, I'm going to take radical responsibility. I'm going to confront myself. I'm going to do the deep inner work. And as you do that, you refine yourself as a man. You can't help but to inspire women and to inspire good women. And those women will mirror back to you the level of work you've done within yourself. And they will align right with you and mirror back and enhance everything that you've done within yourself. Because ultimately, this isn't about doing it for a woman to win a woman. This is doing it for you so that you become the kind of man who inspires the kind of woman who inspires men. So if you are a man who's ready to take this radical responsibility, then read the details below and let's get started.